Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's me again, that crazy guy with the lazy eye, and we over here at the Vista San Jacinto apartments with one of our fine gentlemen over here that was a veteran, or is a veteran in our community. We're meeting with Rocky and his advocate, and Rocky's got a story that he's wanting to tell the community of the issues that he has. I hear you're, what, 81 years old, Rocky?
81.
81. Well, I'll tell you what, I hope I reach that age. So, I hear that you have an issue that you've been fighting over here. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on?
Well, it's keeping the building and it's all of the things that you need for an apartment to run the apartment, like the heating and the air conditioning, to keep those correct and on time. When something is wrong, they should fix it immediately instead of waiting for 15 to 30 days, which is what has happened. And of course, I'm tired of it. But
I understand you're going out as cold as it is out. I know it's been down in the 20s, sometime in the 30s.
Yeah, 30s.
I noticed you said that this place is not insulated as well, right?
As far as I know, it isn't.
And how cold has it been getting here at nights with you not having heat?
Inside here, I've had it to right at 40 degrees inside here.
That's cold.
That's cold.
I know we run ours where normally about 66, and it's still cold in the house. I know what you're going through.
40 degrees, you better be moving, doing things when you get up. But I usually can't stay up. I have to go back to bed. I have heating pads and blankets now to keep warm, and I did have those burners on, but I turned them off because I remembered about the carbon monoxide that they produce.
Right.
So that's out of the question.
Now, when you say burners, I want to go into more details. You're actually using your gas stove to keep yourself warm.
I was, but I stopped doing it.
Right.
Because now I use electric heaters.
And that's going to run up your light bill a lot more, too.
Oh.
So, now, how long is this?
1,500 watts.
Oh, man, that's going to eat it up big time. You're going to see a triple in that.
I know.
Well, let me ask you this. You went in, you put a work order in to have your heat fixed. How long ago has that been?
On the 5th, and the heat shut off on the 2nd, 12/2/15. And the work order is over there, Jewel, right up there in that basket, that silver basket.
We're going to try to find this work order real quick. All right, we got a work order in our hand right here. All right, the Vista San Jacinto apartment. We got subject, no heat. Please repair or fix. Furnace, no heat. And let's see, they wrote up something here backwards. December the 2nd, this was turned in. No heat, stopped working. 12/4, please repair. So what did they say when you turned the work order into them?
Well, we have no control, and that's what it was.
So they have no control if
they have no control when the repair is going to be done. So around what was that, Jewel? The 15th?
14th.
14th? Yeah, the 14th they came in, the two workmen, and one of them stood in here and looked at the thermostat. The other one went up on the roof and was testing the circuit board, and he said the circuit board is bad. Now, that's the second time, I'm pretty sure, for heat. And then there were about 3 times for air conditioning. So he said this unit should probably be replaced because cat corner in this building, or on that corner, they replaced the unit. because it was acting up like this. And then they replaced the unit across the street, with a new unit. So these are what, 20 some years old when these, or more, when these buildings were built.
Right.
So their units are bound to wear out. And, they're out in the weather.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and, the wind blows in, and we've had some pretty wild, 100-mile-an-hour wind storms here. How much was that? 114 or 15?
That was like several years ago, and these things have been damaged. But what he's missing right now is that he went 35 days without air conditioning in 100+ degree heat, and then they were supposed to have fixed this at the end of the summer, which they told him that they did. So now all of a sudden the cold comes, and guess what? It's the same unit that's not fixed. So this is, his advocate is sitting right here. His advocate fought with them over the summer to get this thing fixed. So this has actually been going on since July.
Right.
And he's freezing and going through post-traumatic shock issues from cold from Korea. So this is ridiculous for him.
And you as your advocate, can you tell me what your name is?
Alan.
Alan, nice to meet you, Alan.
Same here.
They call me the crazy guy with the lazy eye.
I got it.
So, tell me your side of the story. I mean, you've been working with us. You've been fighting for him, trying to get
Yeah,
stuff
I mean,
fixed.
there's, pretty much, Julie and I have been, working together on this, to help Rocky out. But the management here is not very forthcoming. To give you a little background, about a year and a half ago, they had a problem with a tree that was, a branch that was falling. And I happen also to be a volunteer firefighter.
Right.
And I went over to the office and showed them my ID and said, look, this is an extreme hazard. It's going to fall in a building or a crack and fall on some kid going by.
Exactly.
And you're going to handle it. And what they finally ended up doing, they cut down a bunch of trees way smaller than they had to, but they missed
The one that
they
was
needed
causing
to
the problems.
cut. So that just gives you an idea of how they are. Every time I've contacted them on Rocky's behalf, they always give me some runaround. One time, Terry's the person you want to talk to mostly, but one time she actually answered the phone and said she was somebody else. I found that out through a third party who I don't care to mention, but she does that. And every time I get the same thing, well, we have no control over the work order. Well, here's the thing is, you promised the guy it's going to be X date, okay, and it doesn't show up. What is he supposed to do? And then you come up with glib comments like, well, go home in 100-degree heat and wait for. At least you could have said, hey, we'll set up a chair for you under the tree. I mean,
Right,
what's
keep you
the difference?
comfortable,
Yeah, would have given, so I mean, they don't care about the tenants here, pretty much. They make pretty good money off these people, okay? And I don't mean that disparagingly. I just mean that the people that come here, that need help, that need assistance, are paying, for the privilege of being here, and so is the state, kicking in their matching funds. And for what they're being charged in total, the residents are not getting what they deserve.
Right.
Okay? If I was living in one of these apartments and it was me, I'd be knocking on their door 24/7
Every day.
to get somebody to come out and do something, because it's just an untenable situation. And when you're Rocky's age, it's even worse. I mean, he's 81 years old. He's not going to get up and go pounding on doors when he shouldn't have to.
That's right.
So that's pretty much why, Julie and I are kind of like the spearhead. I mean, Rocky sometimes is a little reluctant because he doesn't want to rock the boat, because he's, from back
Afraid
in
of
the day.
getting evicted
Well,
out.
I wasn't going to say that, afraid, but yeah, that's, you brought it up.
Hey, I
Open
can
the
say.
door. Yeah, and I've had to talk to him about that and said, look, here's the thing is, when you rent an apartment or a house or whatever from whoever it is, whether it's a single individual or a corporation, whatever, there are certain guidelines according to the state that they have to follow.
Right.
Okay? They have to keep your equipment like your air conditioner, your heaters, your water, water pipes, whatever. If something breaks and you're a renter, the owner has to fix it. That's as simplistic as I can make it. If it's broke, they have to fix it.
And no one's supposed to be fixed within so many days.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be fixed within a reasonable amount of time. Now, let's say, for instance, everybody's air conditioner went out here, and they hired like one company. They didn't have enough guys. Okay, that's plausible. It takes X number of hours or days to fix this particular unit. You multiply it by 10 units. I'm just using this as an
Right.
example. I'm making this up, okay? Then they have it saying, well, we're working as fast as we can. We're on site. Blah blah blah. Well, they're not on site. I've never seen anybody, here physically here.
Dude.
They don't show up, and when they do show up, they don't show up in a timely fashion. When they do show up, it's pretty lackadaisical, And then, there's even a situation. I'm not going to reveal any names or any official title, but there's people that have come in here and harassed both Rocky and Julie over matters pertaining not to just this, but other things too. And it's like, people come in with various county agencies and act like, they know everything when they don't.
Right.
And then it puts more pressure on people like Rocky, and on residents just in general. I mean, the thing is, the residents feel like the attitude here is, and this is from me, I'm saying this, they're not saying this, I'm saying this, but the feeling I get from residents around here is like, you know what, you don't like it here? Move!
That's basically what they're trying to tell you.
What they're saying, and like I said, the management here, I even tried last year with the air conditioning, I tried to get a hold of the owner, and I called to the management company, which is not here in Hemet, I call it down the hill, but, wherever, and they never called me back.
Right.
They don't care, they just figure that there must be so many people that, need housing, whatever. If these guys leave, they'll just fill it up again. And people need to know that this management company is not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Just the minimal stuff.
Right.
We're not asking them to, paint the house, tile all the rooms.
We just want to give the man heat, right?
Yeah, put in a jacuzzi and a sauna. We're asking for basic things that need to be done in a residential environment. You need to have plumbing that works. You need to have air conditioning in the
necessity
summer.
thing.
Yeah.
Now, so in other words, you've been fighting with them since December the 2nd to get this gentleman heat, right?
Well, yeah.
And out of December,
But I've been
2nd,
fighting with them for 2 years over various.
I've been
Various
here
items.
15,
Been here
almost
15.
16 years. So, there have been things that they have taken care of. I can't
Years
remember.
ago.
But our main issue is right now is
Oh,
getting you heat.
A water
and-
heater, yeah, the water heater. They did replace that rather
Years ago.
quickly. I don't know why, but and then they did replace the garbage disposal during that period of time.
Years ago.
Years ago.
And with Julie's help, Julie
So-
has been a wonderful second advocate.
There you go.
Yeah,
Don't tell me.
she's a daughter of a very, very commanding Marine officer. How many years, Julie, was your father a Marine officer?
A lot.
Well, he was in World War II and Korea.
Right.
Yeah,
And you was in the Navy, right?
I was in the Navy.
Now, what did you do in the Navy?
Well,
We won't go there, will we?
no,
But anyways, back to the subject.
no,
of-
it doesn't matter. It's just Navy things, and I was on a combat
Top
ship.
secret.
Right.
Going into that is,
We're not going to get you in
well, I
trouble.
don't care. I got an honorable discharge.
Well, that's good.
I didn't do anything bad.
But back to the subject, we've been fighting with this issue, getting you heat since December 2nd. I
Right.
know we've had a lot of cold weather since December
Right.
2nd. Now, how many times between December 2nd and now have you communicated with the leasing office about getting this
How many
taken care
times
of?
total do you think between me and you? Just throw out a number.
7,
5, 6.
5,
Yeah.
7.
More than enough.
Yeah, well, here's the thing is, too, is that they're stupid because they give you a work order that says December 2nd. Today's the 18th.
Right.
And nobody's here because they can't control it. And my thing is this, if you own a heating company and this is one of your
Clientele.
regular clients, you're going to come over when you say you come over because, this is a cash cow. All these,
Right.
how many units are in this building?
159.
Okay. So, I mean, if you own American Heating and Air Conditioning Company, you want to come over Johnny on the spot to take care of what you ever have to. Well, here's the thing is, I don't believe that they're reporting to, this is my own personal opinion, so, okay, I don't believe that they're reporting it to whatever the company is they need to report to immediately.
Right.
I think maybe they're hoping that there'll be a couple more things coming so that they can get like 2 or 3. I don't know what the reason is. All I know is they need to react to certain things in a timely fashion. and they're not doing it.
Yeah, now we were, I'm not going to mention the person's name, but we did get a Facebook message from somebody that
Okay.
was, I don't know if they work here or not,
Okay.
but they did state that the heat's been fixed, and I can tell right now just
Walk
by being
over
in
and
here.
turn on the thermostat, and if that blaster comes through here, this whole thing is over with.
That's right.
We'll apologize. I'll go there. You can photograph me on my knees apologizing to the management if you just want to turn on that thermostat.
The technician went over there and he said it won't even come on. So it has to be the circuit board up on top, the unit. So he went up there and the guy said, the circuit board is bad. And the other remark from the man down here, he said, I told you the last time we were here, and that's about the second or third time, he said, that unit should be replaced.
Okay, and when was this that they came out?
Well, let's see, Jewel, that was months ago for the air
Oh, no, it's
conditioning.
with the air conditioning, they told them how to replace it. Then they supposedly put in this whole thing. It was supposed to work end of summer. Quit using that unit. Cold hits, boom. The whole thing didn't work. They've lied to us since July. This has been going on basically since the end of July. All of August. 118 degrees it was outside. And that manager tells him, wait a minute, Rocky, why are you here right now? You should be home in case they knock at your door. Really? Seriously?
They'll come to the leasing office if they can't get in because they have permission now, right?
But that's what he was told. It's
Well-
it's horrible. It's
I
the
think,
kind of stuff that people kind of go ballistic over.
let's see, they
No.
have about what, 700 homes? 7 to 900 homes that they also take care of.
Nice, right?
that were purchased by PAMA, and these apartments, of course, are by PAMA. So maybe they need more people servicing these units.
Or some better management to take care of this
Yeah.
place.
Yeah,
You
no
guys.
doubt.
Yes.
All right. Well, we definitely want to see what we can do to get your story out and try to get you some help. Maybe if we get enough people, to check out this place, is there a phone number for this place? Do you have a number?
Sure, 951-654-9897.
951-654-9897. If everybody in the community starts calling and complaining, hey, let's get this, why is Rocky not having no heat? We all know it's cold out here. Maybe we get everybody in the community to start calling and harass them. Maybe we can get you some heat coming back on out here.
And so we can't tell you who to call, or we can't use their names.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you'll probably get Beth when you call the first time, but you
No.
need to get up to Terry.
They just fired somebody. I'm not sure
Oh,
now
okay.
who's there.
But Terry's the
main-
one.
Terry is the main person you need to ask for. So, all right. So make sure you call that number. We'll put it on the bottom of the screen for you as well. So again, this is Eddie George. They do call me the crazy guy with the lazy eye, and we are here live with Rocky, our veterans.
Pleasure
We
to
always
meet
here
you.
to support our vets. I mean, I appreciate what you do for our country, and I appreciate you supporting him
No,
and
no
being
problem.
here by
My
his
pleasure.
side.
My
So,
pleasure.
folks, let's try to help this gentleman out. He's been complaining all the time. He can't get nothing done. His advocate's been complaining. So maybe if the whole community starts supporting our veterans and they start calling and complaining, maybe something will get done. Thanks for listening. This is the crazy guy with the lazy eye, and we are out of here.
Oh my God, she's